Okay, so we've come together here in the Waiwaka Gorge with some of New Zealand's top chefs. It's about having fun, loading 4 chefs in a helicopter, giving them a gun, and getting out there and shooting some animals. Bringing it back, having someone cut them up, and then bringing them into a competition. Whereupon 4 chefs and 1 of us will man a station that will deliver to their best ability New Zealand's finest venison, and then judged by people from the local area who we understand are the experts.
Today, absolute first new experience for me, as in helicopter flying, never done before. Shooting a rifle, never done before, let alone ideally kill a deer today, never been done before. We see it arrive at the back door, packed beautifully, labelled, chilled. We don't think of it having eyes and ears and tails and hooves. So that would be, yeah, if I was to be shooting one today, that would surprise me, the next stage of the process of killing the deer to packing it. That I don't think we have to do. Luckily enough, that gets done tomorrow, if we do. Yeah.
Most of the time they will be running. So you just got to remember, follow from the back, and as it goes over the head or neck, you fire. So it's just a float. Just remember to keep the gun tight into your shoulder. It's a bit of recoil. And just follow along the back of the deer to get to the head and then pull the trigger. Okay, don't stop, just let it flow on. Because your heart will be pumping when you start shooting the deer, is to make sure that you've actually got the button on fire.
Yeah, it's just gonna be brilliant. It's gonna be something totally different. Just a whole classic sort of New Zealand experience, basically. You know, out in the bush, away from Auckland, finding exactly where the deer are, going down, shooting it, and bringing it back, right back to the restaurant, and then cooking it. You know, so you see from where it grew up and where it ends up, like the whole journey. So it's gonna be great.
I'm pumped. Let's do it. It's gonna kill me an animal.
That's good, that's good. Straight, different feeling, whole different feeling.
I felt pretty guilty. It was amazing. It was amazing. It's one point in my life I'll always remember, and as we're flying, I was trying to be very mindful and just remember that snapshot of my life of flying through the valleys and to see the length that these guys go to capture this deer. It's just amazing. It's real extreme hunting where they put their lives on the line. Actually, they're so talented and so dedicated to their craft. It's amazing. Normally at the restaurant you have venison, it comes in a bag, and now I see this whole perspective of where this venison comes from and how organic it is.
After a fantastic day in the helicopter, we've had huge success. Every single chef has had a kill, managed to shoot a deer. We're now moving through to the crucial and probably the most important phase of the day, and that is the Raukumara Red cooking challenge. Each chef's up against each other, and as we know, there's a lot of pride at stake with these chefs, so they'll be cooking off against each other. We've got the 4 chefs, the 4 executive chefs. As you'll see, we're working from each base. Fairly basic sort of setup, but considering we're out in the middle of the Waiwaka Gorge, can't complain really at all. They'll be up against the Neat Meat boys, Tim and Simon Eriksson, who between them couldn't really boil an egg, so it'll be interesting to see who comes out on top. So it promises to be a very exciting night. How are we all feeling? We're all relaxed? Ready to go? Got everything you need? Okay boys, so you've got 35 minutes to create a culinary masterpiece. Start your engines. Your time starts now. Let's go!
Take one herb, say won't be long, the trouble be gone, I promise you. Just take one herb, say rebel, don't be crying, 'cause walking on a big wall losing. Rebel, don't be carry on, thinking you're never gonna win.
So the first plate's now coming up. This is Mark from the food store, and Mark will now explain to the judges as to what he's prepared.
Right, so basically we've got the venison, just seasoned it with a Szechuan pepper and just roasted it, so beautiful and pink. We've got figs done two ways. We've got just a nice caramelised fig there, and we've got the blue cheese roasted in another fig. We've got some nice caramelised red onions, some macadamia nuts, some glace freak and blueberry sauce, and some roasted kumara as well.
Next up we've got Team Neat Meat here, Simon and Timothy.
Okay, what we've got here is obviously beautifully Raukumara red venison loin, served rare, medium rare, on a bed of local kumara, seasoned with a bit of parsley, a few secret herbs, and I can't explain it right now, but it's also with a bit of jus of also local blackberry, which we picked today, a bit of red wine, a bit of balsamic. Out of season, I know, but I managed to find some with a bit of local watercress.
Okay, the angle today was all about the Wairata. So we got the Wairata honey with some Wairata watercress, Wairata lavender and figs. So everything from this region. We've marinated the venison in a little bit of honey, a little bit of lemon zest with lavender, and we've roasted it in the fig leaf in the oven. It's served with a little compote of red wine, red onions and blueberries, a little kind of stack which is called pont neuf of kumara, also a little bit of honey, a little fig there, and a little kind of scattering of blue cheese with the watercress from the river down the road. There we go.
Beautiful. Okay, so now we've got Nick Honeyman here. So Nick, this is a superb looking dish here. Do you want to explain to the judges what you've done?
Right, what we've got venison in its natural state. So instead of cooking venison, I've used another cooking process, which is mechanical cooking. So I've taken an already tender piece of meat, bashed it out to stretch the proteins a little bit more. So now when it hits your palate, it's going to melt in your mouth. We've got the venison is marinated in a tsuya dressing, which is a soy sauce and dashi stock. The purpose behind that is that the venison raw has got a bit of a gaminess to it. This just takes the edge of the gaminess away. So it is wrapped in roasted eggplant, which has been roasted with garlic. And on top I have maltodextrin olive oil snow. So I really like the essential olive oil on your dish as an element. And as a snow form, it presents an amazing texture. When you put it in your mouth, it's going to melt into this wicked olive oil flavour. I also have some little blueberries and some freeze-dried beetroot just over the top, because I think that's an outstanding match with venison. We also have the every dish that I make, this has got a lot of raw elements in it, but I like to have raw herbs on there. So we have some watercress and some spinach to give a little bit of a textural difference. Enjoy it.
I may not be that happy with you going for seconds, but that's alright.
Really good. Unbelievable.
Last but by no means least, we've got Julian Gill, the Executive Chef for Eden Park, who's coming through. So Julian, this is a spectacular looking dish that would explain please to the honourable judges.
Okay, last on, it's obviously we have the same venison loin. That was rolled in a black pepper and rosemary powder and just seared as individual medallions. Apple and the blueberries, we had blueberries in the pot, so that's an apple blueberry to get the sweetness back into the venison. We were given some blue cheese. Ideally then, when we cut through this, there's a blue cheese, Kikirangi blue cheese in the middle of the potato cake, and just an old-fashioned root vegetable, which is the cucumber, the carrot, asparagus as a vegetable. So the other lads, obviously much younger, much more contemporary, beautiful, a bit more old-fashioned maybe.
A bit more traditional.
There you go.
I'd just like to say Firstly, thank you very much to the judges for doing such a great job, and I'm sure a very subjective approach has been taken. Good to see what your scores on the attitudes of the judges have been, but I'd say pretty hard to fault this lot. Thanks very much for that, and just want to say thanks very much to the guys. Well done, superb effort, and a round of applause. I think they're great. Well, after a nervous few moments, the chefs have come back from the lodge with their decision, and I'm sure we're all on the edge of our seats to hear who's taking out the inaugural Raukumara Red Venison Food Challenge. So I'm going to hand it over to the head judge, Mary. Mary, it's over to you. You've got a few words to say.
I'd like to just congratulate all the chefs on their fantastic meals today, and it was very difficult to judge. They're all winners as far as I'm concerned. I'd really like to see them back at Wairata. It's just been a real privilege to have them here with us tonight, and I just hope they've really enjoyed their day here. Unfortunately, it comes to the point where I'll have to announce the winner, even though, as I say, they've all done well. But the winner is, with an 80 out of possible 90, goes to Gillian Gold.
Gillian Gold, hey! Gillian.
Thank you very much.
There you go, my friend.
I'll never be surprised 3 times in one day.
I'd also like to say, unfortunately, that the losers were neat meats.
What?
Not losers fifth. But I don't believe they were losers because they were all excellent.
No, I think you're right. They are losers, Mary.
For me, I think the standout meat for me tonight would have to have been Ben. And as far as the meat went, but it was pretty hard to choose from, guys. I mean, you all did a really good job. I have to say that a very close second was the raw. That was a unique experience for me, and that was just unreal. I've never had anything like that before, and yeah, I mean, it's not something I would have chosen on a menu purely from the point of view of my naivety, for want of a better word, but that was exceptional.
So now that dinner's over and we came last, I'd just like to bring the attention of some of the East Coast wines, TW wines, both red and white. It's a beautiful wine, complemented everything we did tonight, both the scallops, the beef, but most importantly, the Raukumara Red. Wonderful evening, finished off with wonderful wine. And that's a wrap! Yeah.